Hey guys, today I'm filming my Hit It or Quit It Thoughts on Hauls number 40. If you guys have never seen one of these videos from me before, I'll have my playlist linked down below. And basically I will be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video from 10 months back to let you know my current thoughts on those products. Oftentimes once you see somebody featured in a haul, you never hear it mentioned again unless it's in a favorites or an empties. So what I like to do in these videos is review every single item that I hauled. My inspiration for this series is it's Kirsten and her What I Thought on Stuff I Bought series. I will have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original haul video, and I will list and link all the items that I mentioned. So from here on out, these videos are going to be extremely long. I have such large hauls, so I'm going to try to sum up my thoughts as quickly as I can. So first, I have a couple products from the Birchbox store. I was able to create my own Birchbox, and if you guys would like to hear all about that process, make sure you check out the intro video. So the perfume sample I chose was the Helmut Cuiron perfume. I have yet to try that one. For my makeup product, I chose the Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Patina, which is a very, very popular color. I have not tried this yet either, which is such a shame on me because the color is so pretty and I have no thoughts to give you on the color or the formula, unfortunately. For my skincare product, I have the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Cleanser, which I used up in a skincare project pan. It had a really nice tea tree scent. It lathered nicely without being too sudsy. I really liked that cleanser a lot, but it is very expensive and the effects are kind of basic, so it isn't something that I would actually purchase. For my hair care product, I chose the Klorane dry shampoo with Nettle oil control. I love dry shampoos, but honestly, I don't think that dry shampoo does very much at all for me. I much prefer the $3 Suave dry shampoo. So no, I will not repurchase that. It didn't seem to actually soak up my oil very well. And my last item was like a body product. So I chose a little nail polish. This is the Ciate mini polish in the shade Knee Highs, which is a shimmery navy. I have not yet tried this polish, unfortunately. And then I got some products from Sephora. So I picked up 3 of the Formula X nail polishes when these were being discontinued and they were on sale for $5. I have the shade Legendary, High Frequency, and Impeccable. I have worn all of these polishes. I love them. I love the opacity. I love how long they wear. I like the brush. I'm really sad that this brand was discontinued, but I never would have bought these polishes if they were full price. So I'm really happy that I was able to get my hands on these. And if Sephora ever restocks the Formula X polishes, I highly recommend you guys pick up some of the shades. I'm very, very impressed with those. And then from last year, Sephora's Black Friday deals, I only picked up one of the deals, which really wasn't necessary. I just wanted to buy something. And this is a little mini set that was $10 of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, as well as the Too Faced mascara melt off. So the cleansing oil looks like this. It's just like a little plastic stick with a little bit of nubbies on it to get through your lashes. I have yet to use this, but I will be putting this in a sample project pan at the beginning of 2018 so I can try to work through this. I do not have this mascara opened. I have a couple backups of this. This is a really nice mascara. It has more of a dry formula. It is a natural bristle brush that is shaped like an hourglass. It gives a lot of volume, but unfortunately this mascara smudges terribly on me. I love the effects it gives my lashes, but I don't think I would repurchase any more of these or even the samples because it smudges so bad on me. And then I had a couple Sephora products that I purchased with a Christmas gift card, as well as that $10 off a $50 purchase if you are just a beauty insider, which is what I am. So the first thing I got was the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream in the shade Whiteout, which is a very pigmented white concealer, and this is something that I bought to use as a mixer with other concealers, and it works really well. The consistency is a little bit thick. It's not something I would use on its own to highlight, but adding in a couple drops, I think it does a really nice job of lightening other concealers because this is so pigmented. So I am quite happy to have that. Then I got this little mini set from Kat Von D that was $20, and it came with the ink liner in the shade Trooper, which is the felt tip liner. I really like the shape and size of the felt tip. It was very easy to use, but as with basically all felt tip liners, it dried out very quickly, so it's not something that I would purchase. And also in that set was a little mini of the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow, which is described as a fawn nude. It's just like a really weird gray tan. I may have used this once. I do like Kat Von D's formula. It's a little bit drying, but I need to try to wear this color more. It's just a little bit more unique and different from something that I would typically wear. And then I did get one other thing from Sephora, and it was the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Allison, which was last year's holiday exclusive shade. And I ended up returning it because something happened with my tube where the formula was messed up and it wouldn't dry down and it was patchy and flaky. So I actually recently repurchased it because they re-released this shade, and the shade looks different than I remember it being last year, so I'm not sure. I do like the Anastasia liquid lip formula. I find it to be pretty comfortable for the fact that it does dry down completely, so I'm not sure about that Allison because it's been very different each time I've tried it. And then I had a deluxe sample of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Deep Dive Cleansing Gel. No, I didn't like it at all. So normally I just have to be careful not to get cleanser in my eyes, but this was so sudsy like soap that it was getting in my nose and my mouth, and it was just too sudsy that it was annoying and it didn't really have any effect on my skin. So it's definitely not something I would spend my money on. I don't think it did anything at all. And then I've got some products from Ulta. So these first three things I believe I purchased on Cyber Monday, and the first one is a Mally Shadow Stick Extra in the shade Autumn Shimmer. These must have been like 40 or 50% off. I really love cream shadow sticks, and this is a very nice formula. It is very opaque. It doesn't get patchy. It doesn't crease on me. So I do really like this, but I think that the Milani Shadow Eyes Pencil formula works just as well, and it is a lot cheaper. So I'm not going to purchase any more of these shades, but I am happy to have this one. And then I purchased the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liquid Liner in the shade Ultra Black, which is my favorite liquid liner of all time. It is a brush tip applicator that is very easy to use, and because it is a brush tip, it lasts a lot longer than something like a felt tip liquid liner. This can be really pricey, so I only buy this when I can get it for about 40% off, but this is holy grail to me, so I was happy to pick up another one of those. And I think I needed to spend a couple more dollars to get free shipping, so I purchased one of the e.l.f. lip exfoliators in the Mint Maniac scent. Now, all the different scented flavor versions have a different consistency than the original brown sugar scrub, which is great. Even though I did enjoy that one, it can be really, really harsh. These have a lot more fine granules that do exfoliate really well, but they don't feel too abrasive on your lips. So this is something that I have used up, but I definitely will repurchase this. I think this is awesome, and it is very inexpensive. And then I had purchased two other things from Ulta with a 20% off coupon and some store credit. The first thing was the Pure Cosmetics Fully Charged Mascara. I had gotten a little sample size of this in a set, and I ended up hating the palette, so I returned the set, but I love the mascara so much that I decided to purchase the full size. This is, I think it was more of like a moussey formula. It is a natural, slightly hourglass shaped brush, not as hourglass as the Too Faced one, and this gives really nice volume, really thick black lashes, but the full size is not near as good as the sample size, so this is not something that I would repurchase. If I can get the little mini version, I would gladly choose that over this one. I've heard that happens a lot with high-end mascaras, that the deluxe sizes for some reason are better than the full-size mascaras. I'm not sure why that is, but that's definitely something I've heard before. And then I had also purchased the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair. I recently used this up. I used this for like 9 months every single day, which is really, really incredible. You have so much product in here. You have 10 milliliters or 0.338 fluid ounces. If you guys are unfamiliar with this concealer, it has this really large sponge tip applicator. This is super duper pigmented, so a little goes a long way. You don't need to slather it on, and it lasts me a really long time. And the shade Fair is very, very, very fair and yellow. It has been extremely hard for me to find any concealer that is more on the neutral or yellow side that is fair enough for me, so this is something that I did actually repurchase. I love this so much. It actually is worth the hype to me. I also purchased a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge. I forgot to bring that out here. I love that sponge. I've repurchased it many times. I love the shape. I use that flat angled side for my foundation, and then I'll use the more pointed side for loose under eye setting powder. That is my Holy Grail sponge. I will continue to repurchase that. And then I had a couple products from ColourPop. So at this time, ColourPop was doing a promo where if you bought 2 Super Shock shadows, you would get one of their eyeshadow brushes for free. And at this time, their eyeshadow brushes were not yet being sold. So this was like a little sneak peek, a little advance to be able to try these out before they would be on the website for sale, which I thought was awesome, and I could not pass it up. So I did buy 4 Super Shocks so I could get both of the brushes. So the 2 ColourPop brushes are the Eyelid brush and the blending brush. I did do an entire review and demo on these brushes. I will have that linked up here. Unfortunately, that review isn't even relevant anymore because they did redo their brushes and they're different looking bristles. I don't even know if they have brushes that look just like these. I'm not interested in buying those new ones, but these are perfect. So I'm really bummed they got rid of them. The Eyelid brush is really nice, skinny, flat brush that puts the shadow on the lid perfectly. This blending brush, I don't like it for blending or applying a transition color, but this is great for applying any Super Shocks in your crease. It works really well with the matte formula, and this brush also works really well with regular powder shadows. So both of these are incredible, and I'm so happy I was able to get these. And as I said, I did purchase 4 Super Shock shadows. These first 2 were shades that were part of previous limited edition sets, and then they brought them back as individuals, which was really awesome. So the first one here is the shade Prickly Pear, which is a metallic finish. Maybe I've worn this once. Oh, shame on me. Like, I have so many ColourPop Super Shocks. I need to devote more time to using all of them. It's a beautiful shade and I'm really happy that I have it, but I don't think I've worn it yet. And then the other one is Thirsty Girl, which is a metallic finish as well. This is a beautiful bronzy gold color. I remember when this original set came out, a ton of YouTubers were wearing this, which is why I wanted it. But again, it isn't one that I've worn yet, but that's okay. I'm just happy that I have it. I've definitely swatched it a couple times. And then the other 2 were part of the fall collection from last year, and I actually have used both of these a couple times, and I believe I used both of these in the demo with those brushes. So the first one is Muse, which is a pearlized finish, and this is a rose gold where it's like 90% rose, 10% gold. It's so beautiful. I definitely love that shade. And the other shade is Brady, which is a matte finish, and this is a really pretty warm rose color that works very well as a transition color for me, and I really like wearing those 2 shades together for more of a monochromatic look. So even though the matte Super Shocks aren't my favorite formula, I do love this color a lot. And then I did have 2 products I received from Influenster. They were from Marc Jacobs. That would be the Pout Liner Longwear Lip Pencil in Nudist and the Lamarck Lip Cream in the shade Yours to Try. I believe I reviewed them in my haul video, so I will link that for you guys. But basically, I don't think that those are worth the money. Now, it was very hard for me to do an individual review, and I didn't, for the reason that I hated the shade of the liquid lip. It was like a yellow tan color. It looked disgusting on my skin tone, and the formula was really nice, but the formula was basically the same as a ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip. So I recommend that formula way more than the Marc Jacobs because it's so much cheaper. And the lip liner was nice, but it was a little bit more on the dry side when compared to my favorite creamy ColourPop liner. So I don't see that either of those would be worth the money, even if I did like this shade. And then I have my Sephora Playbox for December. The perfume sample I received was the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon perfume. I do not like spicy scents at all, and ugh, that was disgusting for me. Now, if you like spicy scents, you might really enjoy it, but for me, it was way too much. Then my hair product was the Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo. That's a really nice dry shampoo. It is very heavily fragranced, and at first it really bothered me, and it was kind of sickeningly sweet, and then I got used to it. But that one soaks up oil better than any other dry shampoo out there. Now, it will leave a bit of a white cast, but I find that it's really easy to work through that product. And the formula is incredible, but it is very expensive, so it's not something I'd repurchase, but I would love to get it for 100 point perk because that one is actually very, very incredible. The next thing I had was the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. I recently finished this up. This is a phenomenal pore filling primer. I do really like this one, but I do prefer the Smashbox Photo Finish. pore minimizing primer a little bit more than this one, so I'll be purchasing the Smashbox from now on, but I did like this and I was happy to get that sample. And then I had the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I believe I ended up giving that to my sister. I have used up one of those little samples in the past. You guys know, no matter what the setting spray is, I don't find that it actually does anything for me to prolong the wear of my makeup, so no, that's not something I would recommend. And then I had the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara, which is something I have not used yet. When I use up the mascaras I'm currently working on, that is going to be the first mascara that I try since I have had it for 10 months. That's crazy. And then the last makeup item was the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade Number One Always Red. I'm wearing it today with a darker ColourPop lip liner. I love the formula of the Sephora Cream Lip Stains. They are actually pretty comfortable, but also very long wearing, and they are more inexpensive than high-end liquid lips. And now they have a huge shade selection, so I would definitely recommend these. I would say that I'd be interested in trying a few more shades. I'm happy that I got this little mini of the red because I don't reach for red lip products very often, but it's really comfortable and I think it is a very pretty color, so I definitely would recommend this. And then I had gotten a huge, very generous PR package from Jesse's Girl, and I did do an entire review video on all the products. I'll have that linked up here so you guys can hear my thoughts on everything. And to be honest, there wasn't really many products that I loved enough to continue using. Most of them I ended up decluttering because they were just okay, but there were a few products that I did actually continue to use, so I will review those for you guys. First is the eyeshadow primer. That is a very thin consistency that I think would work better with dry eyelids, but because I have such oily lids, it didn't really do anything for me, so that's not something I would repurchase. Then I had the waterproof liquid liner in black. That is awesome. It is also a brush tip liner. The formula is very similar to the Physicians Formula Eye Booster, but I found that as I got close to the end of its life, the bristles started to fray a lot, which meant that my line wasn't as skinny and precise as I like it. So I had to take it in the cap and try to shape it every single time I used it. With the Physicians Formula, I do not have that problem. So for that reason alone, I will be choosing the Physicians Formula over the Jesse's Girl, especially if I can get the Physicians Formula on sale, then it will come out to be the same price. I do think it is a great formula, and it did last a while, but I really was upset with the fact that the bristles frayed. And the last item that I actually continued to use from the Jesse's Girl products would be the Julie G Jet Set Quick Dry Top Coat. That's incredible. I find that the formula is exactly the same as my Holy Grail Glisten Glow HK Girl Top Coat, and it is a lot cheaper, and it is something that is easy to access because it's something I can pick up from Rite Aid, when Glisten and Glow is a brand that I can only purchase online. So that's something I would definitely continue to repurchase. I'm very, very impressed with that. It makes my nails look super shiny and last many, many days without chipping. So that's an awesome product. I know this was super long, guys. I'm so sorry. I tried to run through everything as quickly as I could. If you have any more questions on anything, let me know in the comments, and I would love to know your thoughts on all of these products. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.